Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I have not made a video in like over a month. Things have been really busy, and then as we know already, like the world is basically in a pandemic, apparently. Well, not apparently, it is. So yeah, basically I just wanted to give you guys a little like update on where I've been, what I've been doing, and then I have like a whole, reading list for you as well. So basically, in February, starting in February, right, where I got kind of busy, I was shooting for the Toronto Black Film Festival. I was like a volunteer photographer, and I got to meet Spike Lee because he was at the festival. I'm gonna like insert the photo just so you guys can see it. Like, yep, I met him, so that was cool. And then I am also working on my own film project right now, so that kind of carried into the end of February, early March, and then by mid-March it's been, quarantine and everything, and so I've kind of had to come to a stop. And through that time I was kind of slow with my reading and stuff too, because I was just kind of putting my spare time and my energy into the other things that I was doing as well. Also, don't mind my hair situation. This is a quarantine hairstyle. I did this like a few days ago, so it's like really getting kind of messy now. But yeah, that was basically what it's been at, long story short. So in terms of that, the book that I was reading throughout this sort of time was Trinidad Noir. I've been reading this for like 3 weeks. It took me a really long time to kind of get through it because of just all the things that were going on at the same time, like, the busyness and stuff. And then now that, the last week has been quiet, I kind of was able to fully like get through it and stuff too. So yeah, I was kind of able to get through it and make it to the end, basically. So I'll hop right into this. So Trinidad Noir is a collection of short stories, basically, from different authors from Trinidad. So I think the earliest story was written in, let me see if it actually tells me, because I think the last story was written in 2015, and the earliest one, 1927. So basically it's kind of within the last 100 years these stories were written, and they all give you little bits and parts of what it's like being in Trinidad, what the reality is in the Caribbean and stuff like that. Some of them dealt with very heavy topics, a lot of them dealt with the violence that goes on in the islands and stuff as well, like the history, because there's a lot of obviously plantations and stuff, so stories took place in like those types of places as well. It was really interesting. Some of them, I liked some of them more than others, of course. It's a collection. I'm kind of iffy about collections of short stories though, because I feel like once you kind of get into a story, it's basically over, so you don't get like this whole book to kind of enjoy. But that was sort of the deal with this book. Overall, though, I did like it. I feel like it's opened my eyes to a lot of different authors and stuff that I want to research more, because I'm really trying to learn as much as I can about, the places I'm from. So that was also a big inspiration to why I decided to pick this up in the first place. Well, not pick it up, I got it for Christmas, but it was on my list in the first place. So if you are of Trinidadian background, I would recommend it, especially for those of us who weren't born there and we grew up in like North America or somewhere else. It's a good thing to like read and get a sense of, the places where our parents and grandparents are from. So yeah, definitely, probably I give this one like a 4-star, just like for me personally. And then the next book that I had finished, well, I had finished this around the end of February before I started that book. So technically I should have did this one first, but whatever. So this is called No Pain Like This Body by Sonny Ladoo. And also he is a Trinidadian author as well. And so this book was really, how do I say it? It was a really good read. It's about like a family in Trinidad who lives in, like the rural setting. They're on a farm and stuff, so they're not very like rich. They depend on farming to, make their family's living and stuff. There's 4 kids and the father is abusive. So it gets quite intense at times, and then the family goes through a very heavy tragedy when they lose one of the children, because there's this huge rainstorm and he gets sick, and then they get bit by or stung by scorpions and stuff. Yeah, it's really, it's a lot. It's quite, gets quite chaotic. But I liked the story, but in a way it took me a while to realize where it was going. And then the ending was so like abrupt. It didn't really give you a resolution at the end. It was literally just, okay, the book is over, you know? The book didn't end on like happy ending, a sad ending. It just ended with like, okay, so there's, you know, so there's not more to the story. And sure enough, like there really wasn't any more. It's not a very long book. It was it 113? No, I'm like almost at the end here. It had 126 pages in it. And then the last 2 or 3 pages at the back are like a glossary of certain words and stuff, that people, you know, depending if you know or not, you may not understand the meanings of these words. And then there's just the author's biography at the back. But yeah, that was sort of my take on it. I did like the vividness of the book. So the author is really picture it, and it gets you sort of in the space, in the, you know, times, and I think that's a really like great skill for an author to have, because, you know, like there's always those authors who really are able to describe things really, really well for us, and those are the best, because it just makes the book so much better, so much more enjoyable, just everything all of the above. So this one was, I'm gonna give this one like a 4-star as well, just because like the ending, I don't know, I'm still in a weird place with the ending, and I wish it was a bit more, I don't know, I just wish there was a better resolution for the ending, basically, and I think that would have done it for me a little bit more. But yeah, that was my take on this one. And then that's kind of it. That's all I've finished since my last video, really. I'm currently reading Secrets We Kept, 3 Women of Trinidad, and this is by Krystal A. Sital. I just started this like not yesterday, the night before, so that was Sunday night. Sunday night. I started this Sunday night at like 10 o'clock, and I mean, I've gotten through, if you can see, I've gotten through a decent amount already. It is really, really good. Like, this book is so good. It's got me hooked, so I'm very excited to talk about this once I get through it. I'm only like a third of the way through the book, but the topics it deals with, and the author, again, like this author is so descriptive that you can picture everything, you can feel everything, and I'm really enjoying that. So I'm gonna be very excited to share more about this one when I finish it. But yeah, that is it for me. That was my update. That's what I've been up to and what I've been reading. I'm splitting a lot of my time right now between reading and Animal Crossing. Comment below if you are also playing New Horizons right now. I am so hooked on it. But, you know, thank God for like just having to be inside right now, because it's a good way to get through all this time too. So reading and Animal Crossing is really what I'm all about right now. But yeah, I'm going to do my best to try to get back on here more regularly and post more videos and some more reviews and updates and stuff like that, at least before the month is over. So yeah, like, comment if you've read any of these books, if you like them, don't like them, Animal Crossing, you name it, whatever, just feel free to talk to me. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!